I'm Tang Huang Lin, potentially to chair this section. And I think because of the time limitation, so that I think each audience may keep your question in the note, and after all of the presentation, then we may have a short discussion. Okay, so thanks again for the UMA presentation. Then the next presentation should be coming from Dr. Wang. Dr. Wang, are you ready to share?
Yes.
Okay, to share your material. Thanks.
Today we will talking about the the current status of the satellite observations of the greenhouse uh, gases and the air pollutant, and the short-term, mid-term, and long-term plan for Taiwan to observe and monitor the greenhouse gas and the air pollutants. So at 2013, this is the first time for us to observe the concentration of CO2 exceeding 100 ppm. That is observed by the NOAA observatory in Hawaii. And uh, in 2021, the conclusion of COP22. Okay. Yeah. So there are some important conclusion in COP26. That is a global methane pledge. So uh, countries will try to reduce about 30% of the methane emission in the next decade. And also the Glasgow Climate Pact also requires a 45% reduction in carbon emission by 2030. And um, net zero emission of the greenhouse gases emission by 2550 has become a global consensus. So in Taiwan, we also passed a Climate Change Response Act in 2025. So we have to achieve the net zero greenhouse gas emission um, goal by 2050. So um, to achieve this goal, so we have to monitor the greenhouse gases and the air pollutant precisely. Uh, then to satellite observation is a wide coverage, so it's a very useful tool for us. So at the very first stage, we try to search how many satellite observations can be used to monitor the greenhouse gas emission, and the air pollutant in Taiwan. So here are some satellites that monitor the carbon dioxide, and this in operation. There are some. Here are the satellites: OCO2, OCO3, and GOSAT 2. And we can see also here are some other satellite: Sentinel-4 precursor and NOAA 20. You can see that the spatial those are all the orbitary satellites. So um, uh, you can see that the revisit period is more than 3 days, and also because the signal is quite weak, so most of them has low spatial resolution. Um, Here is a demonstration of one spatial observational mode for OCO3 satellite. It's a snapshot area maps. So you can quickly observe 80 kilometer square area within 2 minutes. So they also have some observation plan in Taiwan, target at 3 locations, that is Taipei, Taichung, and Kaohsiung. And here is the observation result uh, from OCO3 in Kaohsiung. Um, and here are some satellite that is ongoing and will be launched in the future. Here, the GOSAT GW just launched uh, last year, and we still doesn't get. I think that they still haven't released their data, and other satellites such as GHG set and the carbon mappers, um, they has impressive high spatial resolutions, but they are not they um, they didn't provide their data for free. They are business satellites. So we have already searched some uh, satellite resources, and we are asking, does this data sufficient for our goal to monitor the greenhouse gas emissions and air pollutant in Taiwan? So here are the we did some uh, so data collection, and we try to understand the coverage of those satellite data uh, in Taiwan. So here are the method observations for GOSAT. Um, each um, each point is one observations. Here is the data we collected um, from 2022. Uh, so you can see the coverage for this GOSAT data is quite low. So here is also um, the data from GOSAT. That's from 2022 April to June. So it's merely any data in this time period. And here is the CO2 column average density observation from GOSAT-2. Also, the data is collected from 2022. Yeah, this similar to GOSAT. The coverage is quite low. And yeah, this is also the GOSAT data from 2022 April to June. This is the data for OCO2. So you can see that the coverage is quite similar to GOSAT and GOSAT2. And then this is the data from OCO3. You can see the data in uh, some of this time period has um, a more dense data, that is the SAMS observational mode that we just mentioned earlier. But for most of the area in Taiwan, there are no data coverage. And this is the Sentinel-5 precursor. And so those, although those data are uh, publicly available, but the coverage is quite uh, low in Taiwan. And this is the NOAA 20 data. Okay, then there are also some satellite observing the air pollutant globally. Uh, Here are three satellites, geostationary satellites. The GEMS observes the Asia and South Asia, and the Tempo observes the monitoring the North America, and the Sentinel-4 monitoring the European area. The right panel is the one example for the GEMS observations, the AOD. So because according to the coverage, the short coverage of the available satellite data for monitoring the greenhouse gases. So according to this, we would like to launch our own CubeSat to monitor the greenhouse gases and the air pollutants. So we have planned a short-term, mid-term, and long-term development project. So the short term will be about 2 years. We will try to construct the CubeSats, and according to the need of Taiwan, and our midterm goal is to launch more CubeSats to construct constellations, and our long-term goal is to collect all the observational data and to construct a data platform that we can provide this data for uh, the global users. So here are some here are the aspect of the monitoring we would like to observe the pollutants. So it will be mainly at um, the visible and the near infrared bands. So for the observation of CO2, carbon dioxide, it will be mainly at the shortwave infrared range. And for the observation of method, so it will be also about at the shortwave infrared range. So this is about a summary that we will try to launch our own CubeSat, and we will focus on the greenhouse gases and the air pollutant, and the sensors will be decided by ourselves, and we will use the shortwave infrared range to monitor the greenhouse gases and the visible and the ultraviolet spectral bands to monitor the air pollutants. And the targets will be carbon dioxide, uh, methane, and so on. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you for Dr. Wang's presentation. Okay, so this is the draft proposed for Taiwan government related to how to monitor the greenhouse gases and air pollution by means of satellite observation, or just working on still. Okay, thanks again for the presentation from Dr. Wang.